Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I pack all of my snow peak gear containers. So before we begin, let's first talk a little bit about how these bags are made. So they all have really nice carry handles both on top and on the sides. They're all constructed out of that same durable canvas that Snow Peak uses on a lot of their bags. And you can just see from the reinforced edges and the stitching, this bag is really made to last. So inside, they also have these nice buckle closures here. Inside, you'll find 3 pockets. They all have really nice durable mesh. They're Velcro as well. And something to also take note is they do have some gaps here. So if you're putting smaller items, they could slip out. They all have this reinforced plastic basically on the sides. And on the bottom, actually, there's a removable piece of plastic. So if you ever need to like clean out the bag or something like that, you could do that as well. Even though it's like this canvas material on the outside, it's still pretty structured with those reinforced sides and bottom. And for the waterproof unit Gear Bag 110, it actually has this waterproof material both on the sides and bottom, and you'll see it's also like seamed basically here, so it won't leak or anything like that. It has nice mesh on top, which is good for ventilation if you're going to putting things like your cutting board and like plates, stuff like that in here. You don't have to worry about any moisture collecting in there, which is nice. So they also have 2 sizes of this. They have the 110. They also have one that I think is just twice the size of it basically. It's just taller. So yeah, it's the same bag, just taller. So these ones have nice carry handles as well. They have Velcro, so if you want to put the handle together, you could do that. I typically just keep mine like this, unless I'm putting it in the IGT system, in which you'll want to Velcro those together and then keep them tucked away nicely under there, and then you'll have these as well. So this bag actually integrates really nicely into the IGT frame. It fits perfectly flush with it, which is nice, so you can always have all your dishware and utensils right at hand, which is really convenient when you're cooking. So my bag actually has a hole in it only because I think I held my pan against it for too long when I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, other than that, you can see there's really no wear on this bag after using it for about a year out there. Alright, so this is the multi-container size medium. I actually got mine as a set where it came with a bunch of number 30 solid stakes and the copper peg hammer. So if you don't already have those stakes or the hammer, this is definitely one to consider as a set. I think you save a little bit of cash also going this route. Before we go into this bag, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the measurements of it. So across it measures about 17 inches. It's about 6.5 inches wide and about 6 inches tall. So inside the bag, so I don't have a whole lot up here in these pockets. I just keep some extra AAA batteries. This is just a repair kit for tents. All right, so up top I have my copper peg hammer. Oh wait, speaking of copper peg hammers, hold on. I have this brand new copper peg hammer that I want to give away to one of my amazing subscribers out there. Thank you guys so much for all your support on this channel. I mean, it's so amazing. I think we're at like 450 subscribers now and it keeps growing. You guys are awesome, and I really appreciate all the comments you guys are leaving down below. It means a ton to us, and it's a really big motivation for us to keep going on this channel. So thank you guys so much for all your support. So yeah, so to enter in for the copper peg hammer, just make sure to comment down below on this video, and next week I'll reach out to you here on the comments. And let's get back into this video. My copper peg hammer, I'll have just my work gloves. So these are my Snow Peak fireproof gloves. Gorilla tape. Never know when you'll need this. So my IGT low legs, these are the 400mm height. And this stake bag. So this actually came with my Hexa medium tarp. It came with this 4 number 40 solid stakes and 4 number 30 solid stakes. I think actually if you do like this bag, you can also get it separately. But as you can see here, it's a perfect fit for the multi-container edge to edge, which is really nice. And inside mine, you can see I hold a bunch more stakes than the ones that it comes with it. So they show that it only fits like 8, but honestly, I fit all the stakes for the tent and tarp plus some in here, which is really cool. Also something to note though, but if you do overstuff it like I have, the Velcro won't close, so you'll have to either put some attachments or just leave it like I do, because honestly it doesn't really make a difference. Yeah, the original intent was this was for the copper peg hammer and your stakes go up here, but I just find it more useful to put my stakes in there as well. Okay, so inside the bag also, I mentioned earlier, there's a removable plastic base. So this is it right here. So this comes right out. I think this is the same plastic that must be on the sides because it feels about the same. So yeah, it makes it a really nice like structured bag having this reinforcing. But you can see in here, if you need to ever clean it out, mine actually does have some Alvar Desert dust. So this right here also helps keep your bag clean because if it does get dirty, you can just take this out and just shake it off, which is nice. So yeah, it's a really nice compact size container, but as you can see, I hold quite a bit of stuff. And you'll notice a theme throughout this. The way I pack my containers here is based on when I think I'll be needing it at camp. So essentially, once I get to camp, the first thing I know I'll need is my gloves, my hammer, my stakes, stuff like that. So that's why this is actually the first bin I'm gonna grab once I park my car basically and get ready to start setting up camp. Oh, so also this is adjustable here too. So if you did want to like overload your bag or something like that, you could bring this all the way out and it could technically fit more in height if you needed to. The top here actually does not seem to have that plastic in it, just the lip here is structured with the plastic. So yeah, this part here, you can put stuff in here and it will budge out if you want it to. There's no plastic here, it's just the canvas. All right, so this is the large size multi-container right here. It also has the nice handles on the sides and up top. So let's go ahead and get into the measurements. It's about 20 inches long. I'd say it's about 7 inches wide. And 7 inches tall. All right, so inside, up top, I have my MSR spark arrestor. So I just keep a couple carabiners in here just in case. This is a really cool saw, actually. It's a SILKY saw. So it's the Pocketboy, I think it's called. This is nice if you need to make like extra kindling or you run out of firewood. It's just nice to have in emergency situations as well. So up top here, I have my Traeger barbecue tongs. These are nice because you can actually close it and it stays closed. To open it, you just push down. And to close, you just pull it to engage, which is nice. My Snow Peak lantern hanger. So this one is the size that works with like the tarp poles, so it's a little bit thicker. It's not gonna work with the smaller tent poles, although I've seen some people make this work. So this is my Snow Peak Mini Hazuki light. It's pretty nice, but honestly for the price, I think it should be rechargeable. I hate having to change the batteries in this one. So here I have my Snow Peak folding torch. This one is really nice as well. It doesn't have a auto igniter or anything like that, so that's why I'm carrying this MSR igniter with me. But yeah, other than that, it works really well. Sometimes it cuts out if you tip the fuel just a little bit too much, but other than that, it's been working out really well. 4 of the 220 gram fuel canisters. I have this Lucy solar light. These are actually really nice lights. You can actually blow them up. You can use them like with your kayaks as well, which is cool because they're fully waterproof. But yeah, they're actually pretty bright, which is cool. And the battery, it lasts a really long time too. And I think they're like 20 bucks, so they're not bad to have as an extra light. So this is actually a new purchase for me. It's the Soto Fusion Truck stove. I got this to replace my MSR backpacking stove, and I actually really like this one a lot. So I'm probably gonna be using this in the future for making coffee basically in the mornings. It's a really reliable stove and it works really well. So it opens up here, you can see it has 3 pot supports. And yeah, so it can fit like the kettle a lot safer, has this nice base for the bottom. The fuel line actually comes out pretty far, so you don't have to worry about like if you're using a pan or something like that, interfering with the fuel or being too close to it. It's really nice, and it has a regulator on the stove as well, so that's better for colder temperatures, whereas my other stoves basically lack that regulator. All right, so I have a headlamp in here. The Roller Roaster marshmallow sticks. You gotta have marshmallows when you're at camp, and these are really good sticks. This is my Fiskars N7 Hatchet. I really like this one a lot. It's really easy to use, I guess, and bring. It fits perfectly inside this too. Actually, you have extra room. It's a 14-inch hatchet, so you still have quite a bit of space in here, which is nice. And of course, my Bare Bones Forest lantern. I really like this lantern a lot, and I always bring it with me on every trip. The battery life is just, it's really reliable. It's easy to charge it if you need to charge it while you're at camp. And the light output is really good on this one too. So I highly recommend this lantern. Another nice thing about going with the forest lantern over their more popular railroad one is this one is actually plastic instead of glass. So you don't have to worry about if it fell or something like that, cleaning up all the glass. This one is probably will outlast that one. All right, so this is the utility bag small. And I actually use this mainly for my Baja burner stove. So up top, it also has that Velcro handle, which I usually keep undone. We'll have nice zippers. Oh wait, let's go into the measurements first. So, looks like it's about 15 inches wide by 11 inches and about 4.5 inches tall. Alright, so inside, just like the other bags, this one does not have the plastic on top, but it does have plastic reinforcing the sides and bottom. So up top I just keep a microfiber cloth, some bare bones hot pads. I think they're suede. I got them when I actually ordered my lanterns. And here's my Baja burner. So I keep this in the case, inside the case. So I have a case inside of a case. Mainly because this little bag, it's not going to protect the stove at all, honestly. It's so thin and flimsy. So Snowpeak should probably be giving people a case like this with their stoves. I think it should come with a more structured bag, but then the nice thing about getting a bigger bag like this is you can actually fit more accessories. So at the very bottom here, I have my half unit bamboo insert for my IGT, and I could probably fit 2 of these because it fits perfectly with this bag, which is nice. So I could put this, if I wanted to add an extra stainless one, I could do that as well. You could fit the half unit ones if you wanted to. But yeah, it's nice because this fits right in the bottom perfectly. And then at the very bottom, you have that same removable plastic. All right, so here is the waterproof unit gear bag 110. It has that nice waterproof outside. You could fill this up with water and use it as a sink if you really wanted to. I wouldn't use it as a sink, but you could use it as a sink. So yeah, this one I use for my dishes, mainly because I like that it has a nice ventilated top here. This one has the same Velcro closure here for the handle. This one actually integrates perfectly into the IGT frame. So what you'd want to do if you're going to put it in there, you'll want to actually Velcro these together, basically to keep it neat, and then just pop it into the frame like that. So that way these aren't flopping around on your IGT, taking up space. So up top, you'll have 2 nice zippers with really nice pulls actually. So on mine, I have the Snowpeak cutting board. This is the medium size. I like it a lot for what we do out there. We don't do a whole lot of cooking, so this is perfect size for us. It comes with a really nice knife that's pretty sharp, and it's magnetic, so it actually clicks right in, so you don't have to worry about that. I keep one of their smaller bowls. I don't actually know the official names of these bowls, but I'll link all the actual names down below to everything I have. I don't have a ton of stuff either. I just basically bring, you know, exactly what I think we'll need out there, because it's always just the 3 of us, so we don't have a ton of like dishes. But yeah, so I have one of the smaller bowls, 2 of these larger stainless bowls. These are Emmett's spoon and fork, which I actually use all the time. The titanium plates, I think we have 3 of them. Yeah, we have 3 of these. These are really nice. They're really light, and they're pretty small though, so like it's not gonna be like your full size like dinner plate or anything like that. Paper towels. So I keep my spices in here, pretty basic. If you've seen my videos, you know I'm not like a super fancy cook or anything, so I just have salt, pepper, garlic. So I have my Snowpeak spoon and fork set. These are nice, they Velcro together. Holds it together really nice, and yeah, these are actually really nice. I like these a lot. So this is my coffee grinder. It's a Porlex Mini 2. It's not the Snowpeak one. I have actually tried the Snowpeak grinder, and I personally don't like that one. I found it really tired me out. I really like this one because instead of like moving this entire top here, like the Snowpeak one, this entire thing moves on the Snowpeak one. This one has its own separate thing that you grind basically. It's a lot easier to grind. I feel like, honestly, I feel like I can grind my beans at least 3 times faster than the Snowpeak one. So I really do like this one a lot. It also has this really nice rubber grip here, which makes it really comfortable to use. And I'm able to grind about 20 grams of coffee in here. That's basically all we drink. We don't drink a ton of coffee. So it's perfect for the 2 of us, but yeah, if you grind more, they also have a taller size as well. I'm going to be getting a full review of this one and the rest of my coffee setup here pretty soon, so if you're into that, make sure to check that one out coming up. So I have a nice stack of napkins, and this is actually my original Snow Peak purchase, the very first one I did back in 2015, I think, when we started backpacking. It's the 450 titanium mug. Still looks really good. Probably have it forever. And I have a smaller cup as well, the 300 double wall. This is actually Emmett's drinking cup. So it's perfect actually for him. He loves drinking out of it and having his own little Snow Peak cup as well. So yeah, this is the 110 size. If you do want a larger one, if you're going to be bringing like double the dishware that I have, definitely look into that larger size one. It'll be a lot easier to store stuff in there. And you could also, in that larger one, you could also store the plates upright like this, whereas mine, basically, you have to store it flat. So you could, in the larger one, I imagine you could fit a ton more dishes and extra stuff in there as well, just by saving that space and keeping these plates upright. All right, so Emmett's here to come help clean up the rest of this mess here. This is another reason why I like having multiple bins basically for these items. It really does help a ton. Like, whereas I know some people have like the one bin where you basically put all your camping gear in there, but for me, like digging through all of this stuff would be really chaotic, especially at like nighttime. So yeah, I really prefer having these multi-containers, and they've been really nice to have. They're really compact, they're stackable, so like for your car, they do save space. You can just fit them right on top of each other, which is nice because they're all squared off. The handles are really easy to grab from multiple angles, and they're all made really well, which is nice. So you'll have these around for a really long time. All right, so that pretty much wraps it up for this one. If you guys have any questions about any of the items or bags here, please comment down below. We can always chat about it. And if you're a subscriber, make sure to comment down below to enter for this hammer. I'll be announcing next week who wins in the comments. Make sure to be looking out for that. Thank you guys for watching, and take care. You have to say bye.
Bye.
All right, bye guys.